So good day everyone. First and foremost, I would like to say good luck sa magiging exam nyo. And sana'y masagutan nyo lahat. Huwag kayong mag-iwan ng blanco, especially sa akin sa math, sa amin na Sir Benyo, sa mga ibang subjects nyo. And yun, good luck. So this video will serve as your review for your mathematics. You may be wondering kung bakit ganun yung exams or bakit ganito yung exam. Because that will also serve as your performance task. Don't worry because dito sa video na to, ipapakita ko kung paano nyo sasagutan lahat sa exam nyo. So, let's proceed. So, number one. Nyo, dinescribe doon kung ano yung perimeter. Perimeter is the distance around a two-dimensional shape based from your land property. Yung ari-arian nyo. Pwede na rin yung bahay kung saan kayo nakatira ngayon. Yun doon na lang kayo magbase. Illustrate your land property and find the perimeter and dimensions. Ngayon, when you say illustrate, i-drawing mo siya. Drawing mo yung land property nyo. Huwag nyo nang gawing komplikado yung drawing nyo because halos lahat naman ng land property is it's either a square or a rectangle. Now, sa amin, siguro, somehow, square siya. Ganyan. Ang land property namin. So, ang bahay namin is ganito ang itsura ng bahay namin. Ganyan. Yan. Tapos, dito. Yan. Dito yung kwarto ko. Ito yung kwarto ko. Ito yung kwarto nila kuya. Dito yung kwarto nila kuya. Tapos may tindahan kami dito. Nandito yung sala. Nandito yung kusina. Ito yung kusina, mga ganyan. Nandito yung sala. Something like this. Tapos may maliit kaming daanan na ganyan. Nandito yung gate namin. Something like this. Now, in finding the dimensions of your land property, yung kabuuan hindi lang yung bahay nyo in finding the dimensions of your land property, you can use any measuring tools. Wag lang kayong gagamit ng mga maliliit, tulad ng ruler, ganun. Masyado siyang maliit. Especially in meters. Meters ang gagamitin nating unit of measurement. Ngayon, pwede kayong gumamit ng meter stick, pwede ring measuring tape, at magtanong na lang kayo sa papa nyo kung meron silang any measuring materials na, especially yung measuring tape, pwede nyo gamitin yon. Now, measure nyo yung paligid ng bahay nyo, yung lupa nyo. Then, for example, ang sa amin, for example, is yung width is, sabihin mo ng 30 meters. Tapos, ang length na will be, na mineasure ko, for example, maging 44. Laki. For example lang yan Yan. Now, after finding the dimension, the length and the width, hanapin mo yung perimeter. Pag sinabi mong perimeter, ito yung measurement ng paligid ng isang shape or ng isang figure. So, in this case, ito yung measurement ng paligid ng buong lupa nyo. Paligid lang Now, since our property is a somehow square, of course, yung dito, 44 meters din yan. And also dito, 30 meters din yan. Congruent lang yan, mga yan. Pag sinabing perimeter, you just add all the sides. So, you have 44 meters plus, ilang bang 44 yan? Dalawa. Plus 44 plus 30 plus 30. Your perimeter now will be 44 plus 44 plus 30 plus 30 is equal to 148. 148 meters. Yan yung perimeter. Now, you have found the perimeter and dimension. Find now the area of your land property in meters. Pag sinabi mo namang area, you just multiply the length and the width. Area now is equal to the length times the width. So, your area now will become or is equal to 30 meters yung width. Ang length mo naman is 44. So, or it will be equal to 30 times 44. You have 1,320 square meters. Yan. So your perimeter is 148 meters. Your area is 1,320 square meters. And your dimensions, the length and the width is 44 meters and your width is 30 meters. Ngayon, next one, ang tanong doon, if the length of your property is somehow more than the width, ganito, ganyan. For example, in this one, length is, sabi mo na, 4 meters more than the width. Find the dimension or find the new dimensions and area. Pag sinabi mong ganyan, yung length dapat is mas mataas ng 4 meters kaysa kay width. Ang ititira mo lang sa given is yung width. Kasi naghahanap ka ng bagong length. So, ang width mo dito ngayon is 30 meters. Ngayon, length is 4 meters more than the width. So, that's length is equal now to, ano ba yung width mo? 30 meters. So, ang length daw dapat is 4 meters, mas mataas ng 4 meters kesa sa width. So, that's 30 plus 4. Now, your new length now is 34 meters. So, baba na lang siya. 34 meters. So, that's your width now is 30 meters and your length is 34 meters. Uulitin ko lang kung bakit tinira mo yung W. Hinahanap mo kasi yung bagong length. Length is 4 meters more than the width. Ang width mo, you know your width is 30 meters. So, mag-add ka lang ng 4 more than 4 or 4 meters more, that will be your new length. And this will now be your new dimension. Ano yung bagong area? Again, area is equal to length times width. So that's 30 times 34. You have now 1,020 square meters. Yan yung bago. Now, what if naman, susunod doon is your width is 1.5 less than the length. Again, yung original natin na length at saka width is 30 yung width, 44 yung length. Paano naman daw kung ang width mo is 1.5 less than the length? So, what will now be your new dimension and your new area? Ano yung matitira dyan? Is it the length or the width? Ano yung kukunin mo sa dalawa? Is it the length or the width? Since hinahanap natin yung width, ang ititira natin is yung length. Because the length, the width must be 1.5 less than the length. Parang dito lang, pag hinahanap mo yung length, ang matitira dito, yung width, ang kukunin mo yung width, which is 30 meters. Dito, ang hahanapin yung width. So, ang kukunin mo is yung length. So, your length is equal to 44. And your width now is equal now to 1.5 or 44, sorry. 44 minus 1.5. That because width must be 1.5 less than the length. So 44 minus 1.5 is, you have 42.5. Now we proceed to the second one, hang time. No, sabi dun, a person's hang time is the amount of time that the athlete can remain airborne when jumping. A formula relating an athlete's vertical leap. V in inches to hang time, or your T in seconds. So that's V is equal to 48 T square. Yan yung formula mo. V is equal to 48 T square. Now, you will use this formula to get your vertical, or kung gaano kayo katagal sa ere pag tumatalon kayo. This is easy because meron na kayong 45. Ang gagawin nyo na lang is maghanap ng timer. You can use your cell phone as your stopwatch, and you jump. You may ask the assistance of your friend or family kung meron kayo, brothers, kung may mga kapatid kayo. Kaya ang gagawin nyo lang, oorasan nyo lang yung pagtalon nyo. The moment na bumagsak or the moment kayo tumalon, orasan nyo. Then the moment na pagbagsak nyo, stop. So, tumalon lang kayo, then you time your jump. Tapos kung gaano kayo katagal sa ere, then pagkatapak nyo sa ground, stop yung watch. Yun lang yun. And there are some rules. Katulad nito.
So, ganito yung gagawin nyo. All you need to do is to time your jump. Dapat may timer ka, tapos ikaw yung tatalon. Kung kaya mo naman mag-isa, why not? Pero mas magandang humanap ka ng assistance. Siguro your friends, family, gano'n. So, to make it accurately, dapat yung pagtalon mo rin tama. Hindi yung basta talon lang. Ngayon, ang tamang pagtalon is ganito. Sir Ben. Ganun dapat. Ulit, isa pa. Ganyan. So, the moment na pag-angat ng paa mo sa ground, yun na yung tatayman mo. Then the moment na paglapag, yun na yung stop. Pero ano yung mga hindi pwedeng gawin sa pagtalon? Hindi mo makukuha ng tama yung vertical mo kapag ganito yung pagbagsak mo. Kapag tumalong ka, saka ganon. Kasi mas matagal ka sa ere kapag ganon because nakabend yung knees mo. So kapag tatalong ka, dapat straight lang na ganon. Hindi pwede yung gaganon ka. Ba? Maraming timo dito.
Oo, parang kami timo.
Ganon. Ganon yung pagtalon. So, pag nakuha nyo na yung time, you just substitute. Okay? Para makuha yung vertical nyo. In inches. Pag sinabi mo vertical, kung gaano ka kataas tumalon. Sa mga basketball player dyan, alam kong naiintindihan yung sinasabi ko. Now, find the how high is your vertical leap and how long can you stay airborne. So for example, I jump, tumalon ako, or tumalon si Sir Benyo. Ang time namin is, sabi mo na, tumalon si Sir Benyo, ang time niya is 1.2 seconds. 1.2 seconds. Yan. Hanapin ko yung vertical niya, or yung V. What will I do? I'll just substitute. So, meron kang V now is equal to 48. T is equal to 1.2 square. So, V now is equal to 48 times 1.2. 1.2 square is, calculator nyo na. You have all the resources in your house, i-calculator nyo na. That's 1.2 times 1.2. Cellphone nyo na, ganun. That's 1.44. Then 48 times 1.44, you have 69.12 inches. O, sa mga yung vertical na survey nyo is 69.12, which is hindi naman totoo kasi nga example lang to. Napaka-imposibleng tumalon ng daon at 69 inches. So sinasabi ko lang dito kung paano nyo kukunin yung vertical nyo. Okay? So that's your vertical is 69.12 inches. Sobrang taas nun. So sa falling distance naman, all you need to have is a ball. Siguro tennis ball kung meron kayo, or kung wala naman, maghahanap na lang kayo ng kahit anong bola. Wag naman basketball na bola ng basketball or bola ng volleyball. Kahit yung maliit lang. Or you can crumple a paper. Alam niyo yung ginagawa niyo nung bata kayo na para makapaglaro kayo ng touching body ba yun? Basta yung ganun. Crumple ka, basta bumuo kayo ng bola para meron kayong gagamitin sa falling distance na to. Now, falling this an object tossed downward with an initial velocity of v sub 0 will travel a distance of d meters, where your formula is d is equal to 4.9 t squared plus v sub 0. So that's your formula will be d, so let's go. D now is equal to 4.9 t square plus v sub 0, where your v sub 0 is equal to 0. So actually ito lang talaga yung formula nyo. D is equal to 4.9 t square. Application lang to sa science nyo. I know pag-aaralan nyo rin to. So magagamit nyo rin to in the future lesson nyo sa science, especially sa physics. Now, using a ball, find the highest point on your house. Record the time it takes the ball to hit the ground in seconds and find the height of your house. Now, for students naman who have second floor, find the height of your second floor house. Kung gaano kataas yung second floor nyo. Sa mga wala namang second floor, syempre, hanap lang kayo ng highest point. Sa bubong, ganun. Hindi ko sinasabing umakyat kayo sa bubong. Kung hindi kayang umakyat sa bubong o di, I mean, wag kayong aakyat sa bubong. Kung hindi nyo kayang maghanap ng pwedeng papwestuhan para malaglag yung bola, kahit doon na lang sa pinakamataas nyong abot sa bahay nyo. Now, paano ang gagawin nyo doon? Ganito.
So ang falling distance, ang gagawin nyo lang is to find the highest point sa bahay nyo. Kung may second floor kayo, doon kayo sa second floor nyo. For example, itong buong SJ building ang bahay ko. Ngayon, punta ako sa second floor, since hindi ko kayang abutin yung highest point or doon sa pinakabubong doon. Dito ako sa second floor. Ngayon, ang gagawin ko lang, maglalaglag ako ng bola, oorasan ko yung bola kung gaano siya katagal pumagsak. Now, for example, ako yung timer, sasarban niyo yung maglalaglag ng bola. 3, 2, 1, stop. Pag nalaglag yung bola, yun yung i-record nyo. You will record that 3 times and renovate ko na yung formula. Good luck. For students naman na hindi nyo kaya abutin yung highest point nyo ng bahay nyo, for example, kasi siguro unang-una delikado, pangalawa talagang hindi nyo maabot, magpatulong na kayo sa iba. Or kung gaano na lang kataas yung kaya nyong abutin. For example, maghanap kayo ng upuan, pumatong-patong kayo doon, magpaalalay kayo sa parent nyo, sa kuya nyo. Then sa ceiling, pwede din dito sa ceiling. For example, ganito lang bahay nyo. For example, ang bahay nyo is ground floor lang, pwede yung ceiling nyo na. So maghanap kayo ng paraan para maabot yung ceiling nyo, para yung kamay nyo yun sa ceiling, then saka kanyo ilaglag, then orasan nyo. Ganun lang yung gagawin nyo. Yung time na makukuha nyo, that will be your tatlong beses yun, trial A, trial B, trial C. And eto, pag ganito yung gagawin nyo.
Ganon. Pag nakuha nyo na yung time, all you need to do is to substitute and find the distance. Ngayon, ano ang measurement natin sa distance? Meters. Sinabi doon, meters. Tatlong trial yon. So, you have your trial A, tsaka B, tapos C. Ano yung trial A? For example, yung time mo sa trial A, time is equal to, sabi mo ng 0.99. O for example, yan yung oras na nakuha nyo, 0.99. You can use your calculator again. All you need to do is to substitute para mahanap mo yung distance. So that's D is equal now to 4.99 or 4.9 times 0.99 square plus your initial velocity is always 0. So 0. Actually, kahit hindi mo na ilagay yan. So that's 4.9. That's 0.99 times 0.99. You have 0.9801. Then multiply. That's 4.9 times 0.8 times 0.9801. You have 4.2 decimal place na lang. 4.8 or 4.80 meters. Yan. So, 4 meters ang distance nung pinaglaglagan nung bola. So, yun lang yun. You have to solve it 3 times kasi yung trial A, trial B, trial C. Depende kung pare-pares yung makuha nyo, which is ang accurate ng pag-time nyo. Pero I doubt na pare-pares yung trial A, trial B, and trial C nyo. Pero it doesn't mean na iba-iba yung height ng pinaglaglagan nyo. The same height lang yung paglalaglagan nyo, depende lang yung sa accuracy nyo sa time. So, ibig sabihin, bibigyan ko na kayo ng tip dito, dapat ang sagot nyo dito is somehow close to each other. Kung ang nakuha ko sa trial A is 4.80, ang makuha ko sa trial B must be 4.68, sabi mo na, tapos ang makuha ko sa trial C, 5.10 or 11 meters. Parang ganun. Dapat hindi magkakalayo yan. Okay? So, yun lang yung gagawin niya sa falling distance.